According to Forbes columnist Brett Steenbarger, in the most successful teams, everybody is better than everyone at something. I'm Brant Gingrich, and I'm from Team Invictus, and what makes us successful is our diversity. Our diverse skill set not only increases our team productivity, but also boosts our morale and makes us more cohesive as a team overall. Our skills not only help us individually, but also when they're contributed to a team, make us more effective. Our skill set includes leadership, verbal communication, strong work ethic, quantitative skills, adaptability, and friendliness. Each one of our skills is its own unique shape, and we can be thought of as pieces of a puzzle. When we're separate, we're impressive, but when we're put together, we can make a greater picture, and the sum of our parts makes a whole, and we are more successful.
My name is Ashley Sharpley, and the skill that I really feel I bring to the team is that of leadership. My experience in the area makes it something that I'm really good at and something I can bring to the table in any environment, especially in business presentations. Now, most of the time when you think of a leader, you think of someone who's very strong-willed, who forces people to do things the way that they want it. But in my experience, that's really the antithesis of what a really good leader is. In my senior year of high school, I got to participate in a program called We the People, which was focused on the study and interpretation of the Constitution in the 21st century. I was able to lead my unit as our unit's captain through regionals and state and on to win 8th in the national finals in Washington, D.C. It was an amazing time, and it taught me so much about leadership. That being that everyone in every team is diverse, and bringing together those different skills and allowing people to really thrive in the positions that they're confident in and that they love is what makes a really strong team, and what makes a really strong team leadership. Leadership isn't about forcing people to do things the way that you want them done. And so, both in the way that I saw being a captain for We the People and in a leadership role in a program like the Kelley School of Business and specifically business presentations, leadership means pulling people together and using diversity to really strengthen a group.
My name is Jaden Muehlman, and the skill I bring is my verbal communication skills. During my senior year of high school, I hosted a raffle auction, and all the proceeds went to the St. Jude Research Hospital. To kick it off, we had to go to our athletic director to make sure the date worked with her and all the rest of the events that were going on that year. We then had to go to my principal to make sure that all of our ideas aligned with things that he would have wanted. And lastly, we met with our St. Jude rep to make sure that we were embodying all the rules of the St. Jude Research Hospital. Once we got the go-ahead for the project, we went around to local businesses and collected items that they were going to donate for the raffle auction. Then we met with volunteers to volunteer during the event and assemble things for the event itself. In the end, the event was a great success, but the reason it was such a success were the verbal communication skills that went into it. The verbal communication skills came in handy when it came to meeting with the athletic director, meeting with the principal, meeting with the rep, and meeting with the volunteers. Without the verbal communication, the event would not have gone off as well as it did. Another thing that went into this event was a strong work ethic.
My name is Jacob, and the skill I bring to the team is a strong work ethic. The 2 medals in the green cord on my neck show that I demonstrated strong work ethic throughout my high school career. The blue medal shows that I've received a 3.5 GPA or better in high school, and I did that by studying hard for quizzes and tests, and also just by completing all my assignments on time. The yellow medal represents that I've received the academic honors diploma. So in high school, I took more classes and I received more credits just than the average, the core 40. The green cord represents that I've done 30 or more college credits in high school, and that means that they're dual credits, so they transfer over to any state college in Indiana. Just to recap, the quality that I used, which was strong work ethic, which made me achieve the 2 medals in the green cord. I will be using strong work ethic in business presentations to help my team out to make the team great.
My name is Lucy, and the skill that I bring to this team is quantitative skills. English has always been very hard for me because I am dyslexic, and so I've always been drawn to math. I've always loved the certainty of math. It's either right or wrong. It's very white or black. And so my teachers saw this quality in me at a young age, and by the time that I reached high school, I was asked to join the Mathletes. My Mathletes team was very small. There was only 2 other people on it, and I was the captain of the team. My senior year, we made it through sectionals and we won, and then we went to regionals. The skills that I've gained from being on this team is being very detailed oriented and finding creative solutions to difficult problems. I believe that I can help my C104 group by coming up with creative solutions to the problems that we are bound to run into. And it's very important to be detail oriented because in our projects it's important that our PowerPoints are nice and clean and not sloppy.
My name is Brianna, and the skill I bring to the team is adaptability. Back in high school, my friend told me about a team her dad had started a few years ago. It was a soccer team. She asked me if I wanted to join, and I said of course. I played soccer year-round already, and it was of minimal cost, so it didn't really bother me. So I'm excited. I show up, I'm getting out of the car, and the first thing I notice is I'm the only person of my ethnicity, which is fine. I like meeting new people and experiencing new things. But the only thing that came to be trouble was the language barrier. And when you're on a team, one of the ideal things is communication. And I can't do that when I have that bridge to cross. So one thing I decided to do was to get to know everyone on the team individually. I went out of my way to talk to everyone, get to know what their hobbies were, what they like to do, what they like to talk about. So it made a bond that we had already that wasn't through language, which made the communication come easier. And also, when I got to learn about new people, I also learned other things. Of course, I took Spanish in high school, but there's some things that you can't just learn in high school that you learn from a native speaker, which also made the communication easier. So when I was able to get on the field, I knew phrases and other things that I had not previously known, and it made the team better all around. People do not realize how far simply being friendly to each other can take a team.
My name is Brant, and the quality that I bring to Team Invictus is my friendliness. As you can see in this photo from the Herald Times in Bloomington, I'm kind of in a goofy outfit, but I'll explain everything. So, the Bloomington Parks and Recreation every year around Halloween time throws an event called a Trick or Treat Trail, where they invite upwards of 400 kids to come and see the sights in the forest. In the forest, they come across different Disney and Avenger characters, which I guess they're under the same branch now, but that's unimportant. And they come along the trail, and we each perform a skit for them and pass out candy. My friend Gwen and I, we had an empty Saturday and decided to volunteer for this event as Beauty and the Beast. I believe that performing this skit for the children demonstrates that I have a friendly, outgoing personality, and that friendliness can be applied to people of all ages. Here it's for 5, 9-year-olds, whatever, anywhere in between, but friendliness can be applied in my Business C104 setting as well. I believe that my friendliness can break down barriers and make it so my team gets to know each other better, and hopefully my friendliness can also contribute to a healthy work environment where we can have fun, but also increase our productivity and be more successful down the road.
When we bring together the skills of leadership, verbal communications, strong work ethic, quantitative skills, adaptability, and friendliness, what we find is a really cohesive team that's stronger than the sum of its parts. While leadership or quantitative skills, adaptability, or friendliness may seem really great on their own, it's when you bring them together that they form a truly cohesive and well-oiled machine of a team. Homogeneous teams may seem great. It may seem great that we all have the same skills or the same ideas or the same backgrounds, because maybe that makes it easier to work together on the surface level. But diversity is really the strength of any organization, of any team, or any group of people. We're puzzle pieces, and when we come together, we find that the greater picture is so much better than anything that we would have come up with on our own. We all know that in any group, in any team, and in any environment, everyone's always going to be better than everyone else at something. And that's really our strength.